Whale encounters with humans are increasing rapidly in recent years as both whale populations rebound and ocean activities expand. These majestic giants are coming into closer contact with boats and divers more frequently than ever before, leading to rising concerns about safety for both humans and whales alike. Hit like and subscribe. This is Fierce. A man in his 40s has suffered significant injuries after being struck by a whale while boating near the Queensland and New South Wales border on Sunday morning, August 18, 2024. Emergency services were alerted just before 9 a.m. after jet ski riders witnessed the incident off the coast of Coolangatta. According to Queensland police, the man was in a small tinny when the whale unexpectedly surfaced and collided with his boat. Police reported that the man did not see the whale until it appeared directly in front of him. As the whale's tail struck the vessel, the man was knocked unconscious. Fortunately, the man remained in his boat, but this incident highlights the importance of wearing life jackets at all times, a Queensland police spokesperson said. The man was brought to shore by paramedics and transported to Gold Coast University Hospital, where he was treated for facial and spinal injuries. Queensland Ambulance Service confirmed he was in a stable condition. Authorities are urging boaters to remain vigilant, particularly during whale migration season, when encounters with these large marine mammals are more likely. In a dramatic and rare incident, a humpback whale collided with a fishing boat near the mouth of the Piscataqua River on July 4, 2024, flipping the vessel and sending its two occupants into the water. The extraordinary event was caught on video by two teenage brothers, Wyatt and Colin Yeager, who later rescued the fishermen. The incident occurred Tuesday morning off the New Hampshire coast when the 21-foot boat was struck by the whale. Video footage shows the humpback lunging out of the water and landing directly on the back of the vessel, capsizing it and tossing the men into the sea. Wyatt and Colin Yeager, both from Elliott, Maine, were nearby and quickly responded. Remarkably, both fishermen escaped without injury, although the condition of the whale remains unknown, according to the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. The whale had been seen in the area days earlier, with several publicized sightings near or in the Piscataqua River, a location where such encounters are typically unheard of. Jen Kennedy, Executive Director of the Blue Ocean Society for Marine Conservation, expressed her astonishment at the event. "I've never heard of a humpback whale lunging onto a boat in this region before," said Kennedy, who has been whale watching in the area since the 1990s. She noted that the appearance of the whale in the Piscataqua River itself was an unusual occurrence, only recently documented. While no one was injured in this incident, NOAA and local authorities are urging boaters to exercise caution, especially as whale activity increases along the coastline during migration season. Whale watchers in Monterey Bay, California, got the experience of a lifetime when a humpback whale named Murph breached just feet from their boat. The 4-year-old whale leaped out of the water, towering over the awestruck onlookers before diving back with a massive splash. The moment, captured by 74-year-old whale photographer Jody Frediani, shows Murph's flipper nearly touching the boat as she lunged out of the ocean. Frediani, who has been photographing whales for 18 years, described the scene as pure magic. "Nothing compares to seeing their massive heads rocket skyward. It's thrilling every time," she said. Humpbacks like Murph often come close while chasing fish, but Frediani assured that they're skilled at avoiding boats. She hopes moments like these inspire people to protect the whales and their ocean home. Boaters off the coast of Plymouth, Massachusetts, had an unforgettable experience on July 24th when a humpback whale breached and landed on the bow of a fishing boat. The dramatic encounter, which occurred around 10 a.m. near Manomet Point, left the 19-foot vessel with minor damage but no injuries to those aboard. Witness Justin Engasser, who was nearby with his son, described the sight as total shock as the massive whale surfaced and landed on the boat. "Can't believe it was that close," he said. The whale, unharmed, slid back into the water after the collision. Authorities, including NOAA Fisheries, had warned boaters to keep their distance after spotting several juvenile humpbacks feeding in the area. Local officials continue to patrol the waters to ensure safety for both boaters and whales. A whale-watching tour off the coast of La Paz, Baja California, turned into a terrifying ordeal on April 22nd when a boat collided with a humpback whale, launching passengers into the air. The dramatic incident left 5 tourists injured, with 3 hospitalized and 1 reportedly in serious condition. Shocking footage shows the boat being hurled into the air, catapulting passengers into the sea. Benjamin Garcia, a spokesperson for Civil Protection, reported that the boat's operators may have been unaware of the whale's presence before the collision. The whale surfaced unexpectedly, pushing the vessel and causing the chaos. Authorities are investigating the incident, as tour operators are required to maintain a safe distance from marine animals. Baja California, famous for its whale sightings, is a popular destination for watching species like humpbacks, blue whales, and orcas, especially during the months following December. Local civil protection shared footage of the incident, showing tourists crashing through the boat's awning during the collision, highlighting the dangers of close encounters with marine wildlife. Julie McSorley and Liz Cottriell were kayaking off the coast of Avila Beach, California, when they experienced a once-in-a-lifetime close encounter with a humpback whale. As the pair watched whales feed nearby, one suddenly surfaced directly beneath their kayak, lifting them into the air and causing them to capsize. Cottriell described the terrifying moment, thinking the whale might land on them and fearing for her life. Despite the scare and briefly being submerged underwater, both escaped unharmed. The incident highlighted the unpredictable nature of whale encounters during feeding frenzies. A group of kayakers on Bowen Island had a near-dangerous experience last weekend when a humpback whale, identified as a 3-year-old male named Malachite, lunge-fed just a paddle's length away from them. Researchers like Jackie Hildering from the Marine Education and Research Society emphasized that the whale was focused on feeding and unaware of the boats. Humpbacks, like Malachite, return to the Salish Sea to feed after their long migrations, and collisions with boats are a real risk due to their unpredictable movements. A 39-year-old skipper and his 18-year-old stepson were seriously injured after a humpback whale landed on their boat off the coast of Narooma. The skipper, who suffered a concussion, managed to return the heavily damaged boat to shore and issued a mayday call. His stepson was airlifted to Canberra Hospital with severe head and spinal injuries and remains in a coma. A statement from the family revealed, "Nick was transferred. He is suffering from severe head and neck injuries." Authorities continue to investigate the rare and dangerous encounter. Tom Mustall's terrifying encounter with a humpback whale in Monterey Bay turned a peaceful kayaking trip into a near-death experience. While paddling, a whale the size of 2 buses breached directly above him and his friend Charlotte, submerging them both under the water. Still recalled feeling powerless, tossed around like a rag doll, convinced he wouldn't survive. Remarkably, they escaped unharmed, but the kayak was severely damaged. Still, a longtime lover of whales was shaken but remained fascinated by these magnificent creatures. The encounter only deepened his passion for whale conservation. Despite the close call, Mustall didn't believe the whale acted aggressively. He surmised that the whale likely saw them while breaching and altered its trajectory just in time to avoid crushing them, demonstrating the intelligence and agility of these gentle giants. In the wake of the incident, Mustall set out to make a documentary about whales, focusing on raising awareness about whale behavior, boat speed limits in areas of high whale activity, and the importance of understanding whale feeding habits. His film also highlights Happy Whale, a global database used to track whale movements and educate the public about these creatures' lives and habitats. In the dark waters off the coast of Alaska, a fishing trawler cut through the sea. Suddenly, a massive jolt shook the vessel as a humpback whale breached unexpectedly beneath it. The crew scrambled in panic as the whale's powerful tail struck the boat, knocking a crewman overboard. Chaos erupted as the crew raced to rescue their colleague, who struggled in the icy waters. The whale disappeared into the depths, leaving the damaged trawler limping back to shore. Fortunately, the crewman was rescued with minor injuries, but the encounter served as a chilling reminder of the ocean's unpredictable power. In the waters off South Africa, a whale-watching boat was peacefully observing a pod of humpbacks when suddenly, the ocean erupted in a frenzy. A great white shark had begun attacking a young whale, aiming for the calf's vulnerable underside. In a desperate attempt to protect the calf, a full-grown humpback breached violently, its massive tail crashing down on the shark, sending it into retreat. The whale watchers were left stunned as the ocean calmed, the mother and calf disappearing into the deep, victorious in their battle against one of the ocean's deadliest predators.